Happening today, students in Hamden will be taking part in a fair, but it's not what you think. This is a different type of fair.
Yeah.
It's a financial literacy fair.
That's right. It will be a very, obviously, important learning experience, and here's why. Recent survey shows 39% of teenagers have a credit card before they arrive at college. That's hard to believe. That obviously can lead to debt, financial problems down the road. News 8's Brian Spiros live in Hamden this morning outside of the high school with more on why this topic is so very important. Brian.
Well, good morning, guys. Yeah, here's another statistic that you may find very interesting. Back in 2013, a study was done that graded all 50 states when it comes to financial literacy among kids, and Connecticut got an F. So not good, and that's why it's so important to really have this conversation with students and people at such a young age. And joining me this morning to talk all about it is David Hinchy. He is the director for the Financial Reality Fair. So the first thing I really want to ask you is, what are you seeing with students? What kind of trouble are they having when it comes to personal finance?
Yeah, sure. Some of the high schools have a great financial literacy program, but some of the other students, Matt, they have difficulty balancing their checkbook, balancing their budgets, making their student loan payments and their credit card payments as well as adults.
So they get into trouble years later once they sort of have left school.
Yeah, that's correct. And so what we're here doing is we have a financial literacy, a financial reality fair. And so what we're teaching kids today is budgeting, thrift, how to manage their money, live within their means, save some money, and also start thinking about retirement as well.
Because you guys are doing is sort of, they had to kind of research their chosen career, get the base salary, and they're going to get sort of a real life perspective of what it's like to be an adult and have bills to pay when you only have so much coming in.
Yeah, that's exactly it. They have to make choices, and that's what this exercise does. And so they go through the fair. It's all volunteers from Connecticut's credit unions, and then they sit down with a financial counselor who is also from Connecticut's credit unions as well.
And not to see they also see what it's like when you have debt, credit card debt, car payments, all that kind of stuff that you have to pay.
Yeah, I mean, it's meeting your financial obligations, which is really important. We talk about credit scores, we talk about paying your bills on time, and these are all things that the students need. So that's why we offer this exercise.
The other thing too, parents watching at home, what conversation should they be having with their own kids to make sure they get on the right financial track at such a young age?
Yeah, so I would recommend you scale it by age. So when they're young, maybe you start talking about an allowance and you teach the kids the value of earning and getting a dollar. And as they get older, when they have a part-time job, maybe you start talking to them about saving 10% and living on 90%, which is just some of the core values that we teach them. So it's important, saving money, spending it wisely, learning the value of a dollar is really important, and that's what we try to teach here.
The younger you can learn it, the better off you'll be. David, thank you so much. We really appreciate it. And of course, we're going to have much more on this event and some great information for you coming up on our broadcast at noon. That is the very latest. We are reporting live this morning from Hamden. Brian Spiros, News 8.